Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube. Ooh. Actually not so ooh. This pack is pretty medium. It's a pack of things that you would like to open, like pick 5, maybe? It's a lot of good enablers, right? You get like Duretti, Gideon, Krasis, Coalition Relic, Expressive Iteration, and things like that. But there's no card in here that's like, yes, you take this card and you definitely just draft around it, except Duretti, because Duretti's beautiful. The problem with Duretti is these 2 colors, and I don't love taking 2 colored cards. Old Caleb like 2 years ago would take Coalition Relic in this spot. New Caleb might do that as well. I think the overall like strongest card might be just like Expressive Iteration. Just 2 mana, it's card filtering, card draw, it's excellent. So that is a consideration, but again, it's 2 colors and I don't love doing that. I could just take the Citadel and try and do some type of nonsense, but first picking Citadel is not the best strategy. I'm going to take Duretti. I really enjoy taking him, and the decks that he goes well in are just fun. Okay, we get in a Braid. Duretti into a Braid is a good start. There's Counterspell, but I've actually liked being reactive less and less the more the cube goes on. Counterspell still is a great card, but I almost would prefer like a Mana Tithe or something because it's less obvious when you're having this open. This is a hot take, but I legitimately think Mana Tithe might have an overall higher win rate than Counterspell in the Vintage Cube. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take a Braid. Try and draft a really fun black-red type deck. Wow, Counterspell into Mana Drain. Okay, so if you get a lot of them, then it gets better, but I still am enjoying where I'm at. We could take Path to Exile, we could take a Gravy Train, we could take Ferocidon. I kind of like, let's see, Path makes us go into white, and then we can draft Mardu, which is a fun deck. Grave Titan is great, but he is 6 mana, and I just kind of like really low, I don't value 6 mana plays that much. I could also just take Mana Drain, but I'm going to take Path. This is for all the people who say that Caleb forces blue. Ooh, perfect. Dark Confidant. This is why we give up on Gravy Train. Take Dark Confidant, we'll Incinerate. Draft in just a sweet deck. Maybe Vindicate comes around. Although Gideon obviously is better than that. But Mardu, Confidant, Duretti is exactly the type of speed I'm feeling right now. Collective Brutality, Assassin's Trophy. Ooh. Jund in Vintage Cube is not something that you get to do very often. And it's kind of sweet. So I might just take Raging Ravine and try and wheel Trophy or Brutality. Vintage Cube Jund. I mean, Raging Ravine isn't the best, and Assassin's Trophy is better than Brutality. I'm going to take the Trophy. Maybe Raging Ravine comes around. But I think I'd rather take the really good card first. Trophy's not like amazing, but it's a very versatile answer. And the artwork is incredible. Obviously by Seb McKinnon. Yeah, like Burst Lightning, Inferno Titan's alright. Tovolar's Huntmaster is also just alright. But I think we're just going to take Burst Lightning. Cheap interaction is exactly where I want to be. And then maybe, you know, one of Inferno Titan, Grave Titan, Tovolar's Huntmaster. Like one of those 6 drops come around. But honestly, I find that my best decks are when I don't have 6 mana plays. I just have a bunch of interactive 1s and 2s. And then like, you know, 3s that can finish the game maybe. But you don't even really need those. Like, you could just beat down with Dark Confidant. You can have Thoughtseize. Ooh, Grist. Oh, boy. So if I want to go straight up Jund, I can take Grist. And she mills a card, makes 1/1s, lets you sacrifice creatures to kill creatures or planeswalkers. And then each opponent loses life equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. This is tough, because I want Thoughtseize, I want Grist, and I want Tireless Tracker. I think Thoughtseize is the most responsible pick, because we don't even know that we're green. There's the Chandra. Yeah, I love Chandra. I love Toxic Deluge as well, but right now my deck actually has quite a few ways to deal with creatures and not too many ways to do other things. So Toxic Deluge is slightly redundant, whereas Chandra is like a completely unique effect onto her own. Here we can take a Lightning Strike, go Burn-ish. Avalanche Riders is alright, and then Gideon is fine, but I think I want to lean into Jund colors. Take the Overgrown Tomb here. Help set us up for Assassin's Trophy. This also just good with some other fetches. Again, I don't really need 6 drops. Like, I'm just comparing basically Inferno Titan and Glorybringer. Inferno Titan, most of the time, you cast him for 6 mana. He does 3 damage to stuff. And then they kill him with like a Doomblade or whatever. Ooh, there's a Taiga. There's also an Opposition Agent. This card is mostly bad, but in some matchups it's insane. I want to go for the fun route. I think if you're trying to maximize win rate, you don't go Jund. You just stay straight black-red. It's so rare you get to go Jund in Vintage Cube. So I'm going to take the Taiga, fully admitting that it's not the best thing for me to win, but it's the most fun for me. And honestly, sometimes having more fun will help you win more because you're more invested in the games. Because if you're just playing to win 100%, you're going to lose interest in what you're doing. It's going to get boring drafting mono white like 300 times. So spicing it up could actually increase your win rate to some effect. Ooh, wow. Incinerate, Search for Tomorrow, and Char. I have quite a bit of green. Search for Tomorrow does help with the mana, but I think I'm just going to take Incinerate. There's our Raging Ravine. All right, pretty happy with that. Brutality is also good. Honestly, we might just end up green-red the way this is looking, with like basically splashing Confidant already. I hope that's not the case. I hope Grist comes around. I know it's not possible, but I can still hope. Ooh, Night of Autumn. Okay, that's actually a really solid one. Actually, maybe it is possible. I think Grist... No, I think Grist was in the Night of Autumn pack, actually. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Last pick Niv Mizzet. Don't tempt me with a good time. Things are changing. So right now we have Assassin's Trophy, Night of Autumn, Duretti. I could take Haunted Ridge, just have good mana. I could take Smuggler's Copter. Right now I have Dark Confidant, maybe Night of Autumn. So I don't have that many creatures. I don't think it's really a Smuggler's Copter. Haunted Ridge is pretty bad in terms of like objectively. I could just take Pack Rat. I mean, Pack Rat's pretty sweet with everything. It helps you win quickly if I can get some acceleration. I passed on Cabal Ritual, which doesn't really help. Like Dark Ritual out Pack Rat is interesting. And then I can wheel Huntmaster. I mean, this is like the one Huntmaster deck. You know what? I think I'm just going to take Haunted Ridge. And then try and wheel Huntmaster. He says right before getting Blood Crypt. So in terms of black-red cards, I don't have a black-red land. So I'm going to take Blood Crypt before Bayou. Shriekmaw is good. And then the rest is pretty medium. I guess Thalia is like a splash card. We'll just take the Blood Crypt. Get really good mana so we can... Ooh. Okay. See, this is the pack. Inquisition, Chain Lightning, Glorybringer, Zealous Conscripts. Even Infernal Grasp is kind of awesome. I think I want to take Inquisition because this deck has a lot of ways to deal with creatures and not too much to deal with non-creatures. So we're going to take that, and then hopefully one of these aggressive 5s comes around. But even like, I think Wormcoil is kind of similar to Glorybringer in terms of just like a big finisher. So I'm not too concerned about that. It's just really unfortunate that all of those cards that I wanted were in the same pack. Here we can take Power Word, Kill, Copperline Gorge, or Vampiric. I don't like Vampiric Tutor here. I think non-angel, non-demon, non-devil, non-dragon. That actually doesn't kill a lot of stuff. But I'll still take it. Because we have quite a bit of removal here. We could take Siege Gang Commander, Golos. This could be like the one and only ever deck for Flame Spell. We could take Plateau. Plateau would help us maybe play this Path to Exile Night of Autumn if we get more fetches. So that's an option. I do actually like Siege Gang, but Golos... Also activating Golos, I guess, is another win condition for us, maybe. I think I'm just going to take Plateau. I don't know what I'm doing necessarily, but here comes Garruk Relentless. I love Garruk. I also do like Goldspan Dragon and Maelstrom Pulse. But I think this deck needs... If you're going to be Junding... Oh, wait. Hymn to Torok. Yeah. Let's take... Hymn to Torok actually has the highest chance of coming around, I think. This is hard. All the cards I want are in all the same packs. The archetype I'm drafting is open, but the way the packs are laying out could really screw us over. Because if I could take like these 4, I would be pretty happy. Maelstrom Pulse, Goldspan, Garruk, and him. If I can only choose one, I think it's actually still going to be Garruk. And maybe we just gotta hope that Hymn to Torok comes around. Ooh, Koth of the Hammer. I actually have quite a few mountains, right? Taiga, Blood Crypt, Plateau. Koth is not the best in control, but he is a very solid win condition. Alternatively, I could just take Angrath Rampage and have pretty solid removal. I'll just take that. Ooh, Vraska. Whoa. Vraska, Golgari Queen, Stomping Ground, Lava Claw Reaches, Den of the Bugbear. I think I like Vraska. She kills anything. We have fairly decent mana. Alright. Get in there, Vraska. Now we can take Huntmaster. We could take Pack Rat. We could take Fatal Push or Flame Tongue Yearling. Kind of feeling this Fatal Push. I just have like Planeswalker, Planeswalker, Planeswalker. I don't think I'm taking Huntmaster. We have enough 4-mana plays already. We want everything to be cheap. I'm just going to take this Fatal Push and hope we play against creatures. Here comes Shriekmaw. Better than Imperial Recruiter. Thalia would be fine, but I'll just take the Shriekmaw. Yes, okay. Glorybringer, Chain Lightning, Zealous Conscripts. It's probably got to be Glorybringer. He's so good. Yeah, let's take Glorybringer. Here comes Copperline Gorge for better green. Here we could take Siege Gang if we feel like we need more finishers. And Hymn to Torok, maybe. Maybe come around. Hymn to Torok, I feel like is a card that people might hate draft just because they don't like playing against it, which is totally valid. I don't think we're Niv Mizzeting or Night of Autumning. I just have this one plateau. Wow, both. All right, we'll take him, but Goldspan Dragon would actually be fairly good too. But the thing is, I really don't want to have too many 5-drops, but that's a good sign. So I don't even think we need to play Path to Exile now. We have really solid removal. We just got a Flooded Strand. Ooh, Mana Tithe. Can I fit a Mana Tithe in my deck? So right now, Marshplants grabs Blood Crypt, Overgrown Tomb. So this gives us all of our mana, but... Oh, wait a second. Ragavan, Layla... Oh my gosh. Ragavan, Layla, and Marshflats? And Murderous Rider? Yeah, we're getting really screwed over with the way these packs are. Let's see. We have 19 playables. I think this deck is... It's good with both, right? I have a ton of removal to clear the way for either one of them. I feel like people... Ugh, this is rough. I want all of this. I think Layla is objectively stronger, but this deck, one problem I do have is I don't put pressure on early. So like I could just go turn 1 Ragavan and then my removal gets a lot better, whereas with Layla I have to wait. I don't have any acceleration, so playing her turn 3 can be like a risk. So I think I'm actually going to take Ragavan. The other reason is people don't respect Layla right now. So there is a world where Layla comes around and then I'm just super happy. Whereas I don't think Ragavan wheels pretty much ever. So we'll go with that. Can my deck afford to put Strip Mine in it? Because the other option is Dismember. Eldritch Gargoth maybe, but I'm already like kind of skeptical on this Shriekmaw. Siege Gang I guess is pretty bad. So we can replace Siege Gang. Strip Mine. I mean, I could play it as an additional land. The problem is this deck can't really take too much advantage of colorless mana. But I could run, I guess, actually this might be fine, because I typically am going to want to run 16 lands with this curve, and Strip Mine can be my 17th land. It's just really good. Like, I know a lot of people doubt. It is that good. Arbor Elf is interesting. Ophiomancer can really keep me alive. Right now I have only 2 forests, so I don't think I'm doing that. I think I'll just take Ophiomancer. We don't have the mana for Omnath, and this will be good in some matchups. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay, we get Bloodstained Mire, Crucible of Worlds, and reasonably late Swords. I guess it's only like pick 3, but still the card's amazing. I feel like the way my mana is going, I have to take Bloodstained Mire first. I know people are going to say you have Strip Mine, you must take Crucible, but 2-card combos aren't just like you assemble them, you win the game. You have to think of all the times when you're not drawing either half of your combo. Strip Mine on its own is just an excellent Magic card. Crucible of Worlds on its own in this deck, I don't think it does anything. So I don't think it's worth putting a completely dead draw into my deck. I don't have any fetches or anything just to assemble a combo. So I'd rather take Bloodstained Mire, which is perfect mana fixing. And then, you know, maybe we wheel Crucible, maybe we don't. It's not that big of a deal. Here we could take Duress, Blackleaf Cliffs. Ooh, Seasoned Pyromancer too. I'm a huge fan of Seasoned Pyromancer, but I also need better mana. This guy's really good because we have one of the inevitable issues with Jund is you're going to have cards that don't work in each matchup, right? You get Power Word Kill against Storm, or you have Fatal Push against Storm, or you have like Duress against a creature matchup. So Seasoned Pyromancer lets you turn those cards into tokens and do other things. I have 21 playables, so I could just take this Blackleaf Cliffs and have better mana. Actually, I'm going to go for better mana and just whichever one of those 2 cards I wheel, I'll be happy with. Here we can take Arlen. She makes wolves, lets you cast creature with flash and attacks. Well, actually, wait a second. This could be the one and only Ebon Death Dracolich deck. It'd be more of a sideboard card, but Arlen, 4 mana, make 2 wolves is pretty bad. Right, uptick you can cast creatures with flash. I don't actually want to flash in Glorybringer. I want to cast him on my turn. I could also bring in the Vortex against some matchups. I'm going to take Ebon Death for the sideboard. Ooh, here comes a Badlands, Direfleet, Daredevil, Wheel of Misfortune. I'll take Badlands. Oh, and Nissa, actually. But I have to run basic forests if I'm playing Nissa. Let's just have, like, the best mana anyone's ever seen. Do that. We can take Goblin Rabblemaster. That kind of works with all of our removal and stuff. Like, discard them, kill their creature, play the Goblin attack. I like that more than Old Stick Fingers. Wall of Blossoms is also tempting. It protects my Planeswalkers, but that's what my removal does, and Goblin is a win condition. So I'll take that. Yep, there's Layla. I kind of had a feeling Layla would come around. I'm very, very happy with that. Layla can probably replace Ophiomancer right now. Here we could take Abbott, or we could take Renin 7. Create a Treefolk with this creature's power toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. I think I'm just going to take Abbott. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing Renin 7 or any of these other cards. Here comes, I guess I'll take Craterhoof. Okay, so Crucible did come around. Have 1 fetch now. It's better than anything else, but I don't think it goes in the deck. I think my deck is way too good to just play a dead card. And then I think right now this is what I'm feeling. This is 21, so I do need a couple more playables here. Okay. Seasoned Pyromancer versus Regrowth. I love this Pyromancer here. So I can run 18 land with this deck, or I can just put in like a Siege Gang Commander or Abbot of Carol Keep, or main deck the Ebon Death. It is a 5/2 flash flying. I think that's a sideboard card. I think we're just going to have Abbott, because we actually, Prowess is pretty good in this deck, and we can cast most of the things that we hit off of him. So he's kind of just like a good value 2-drop. Our mana's incredible too. Okay, I'll take Vortex for the sideboard. In some matchups, that's going to be good. And I think at this point, I'm just not even running any basic forests. I have 3 green cards. I mean, in reality, it's not worth it to run green. I should just go straight black-red, but I like running green because it's fun. So this is another time where I'm advising, like, if you draft this deck, cut green, just put in red cards. You'll be happier, you'll win more. But I came here to draft Jund, so we're going to draft some Jund. Wow, last pick, Wheel of Misfortune. We can actually side into a really spicy deck with Sulfuric Vortex, Wheel of Misfortune, Soulscar Mage, and stuff like that. Just go like super aggressive on their life total and then refill. We have a good bit of burn too. Part of me feels like I want to get rid of this power word kill. I have a lot of good removal, and this is the worst out of all of them. So I could see like cutting this for an Ophiomancer, but I'm just going to try it. I've never played with power word kill in the Vintage Cube. Let's just see what happens. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green sources for 3 spells. Red I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And black I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm going to cut this green for another black source, because I really want to cast my black and red spells early. The green spells are later, so we don't really mind waiting on those. And then again, we're effectively running 16 land, but we have Strip Mine as number 17, just because it's most of the time going to be a spell that destroys a land, but sometimes, you know, maybe we want to cast Garruk on curve or something. See you guys, round 1. All right, we're playing against Sage Shadow 7, and look at this beautiful hand. This is why you want cheap spells, right? Imagine if instead of Goblin Rabblemaster we had a Grave Titan, or like instead of Ragavan, our hand is just so much slower. But we have like discard. Oh, it's beautiful. Let's keep this. Total opponent, good luck, have fun. They say same to you. Hit him with the smiley face. Ooh, they're gonna drop a Mutavault. I think we're gonna go with Ragavan. I could Inquisition to see if the coast is clear for Ragavan, but this feels like slightly better. If they're playing Mutavault, that tells me probably their turn is to attack with Mutavault on turn 2. And my guess is they're playing a white deck, yeah. Because now we have Fatal Push, and if they go for that, it's going to be so bad for them. I can't Inquisition pre-combat because we need to Fatal Push here. Ooh, I'm sorry, opponent. This is a little bit backbreaking. We hit a plains. I can Inquisition them. I think I'm actually going to do that. Flicker Wisp. Oh, wow. We destroyed them with that. Alright, the Flicker Wisp getting Blackblade Rinwing Mare. So Power Word Kill can kill either of these. And they're kind of in trouble. I think Rinwing Mare is the least annoying. Gideon doesn't do anything. I'm gonna take Flicker Wisp. I'm not really that scared of any of them. They go plain, so we get to attack with Ragavan pre-combat, see if we want to cast anything off of him. I will in fact cast Mother of Runes. Go Haunted Ridge, Mother of Runes. Oh, you have to spend exact mana, okay. Alright, cast. And then I guess we're gonna play the awkward post-combat Goblin Rabblemaster. So here comes something. Okay, Recruiter makes some amount of sense. They can tutor up like a, I don't even know, Palace Jailer maybe? And then they're going to Restoration Angel, which I cannot kill with Power Word Kill. Oh, Skyclave makes some amount of sense too. The thing is I can protect my stuff with Mom. So I think I'm okay basically trading Mom for Skyclave Apparition. So let's just swing out. Because they're gonna block, and I'm gonna Mother of Runes the Ragavan. And that seems totally fine for me. Oh, they don't block. That's even better. I like that. Cast this. Play Blood Crypt. Untapped? Or do I want to keep it in hand for Seasoned Pyromancer? Or do I want to just cast Seasoned Pyromancer and discard my hand? I think we're gonna play this untapped to play around Mana Tithe and then just pass. I'm in such a commanding position. I think just like end of turn incinerate their face is pretty good. Okay, so they're doing nothing. Yeah, I think we just incinerate their face here. Okay, I actually don't have green mana, but we can swing out. Except for Mom. We know about Resto. This does not kill it, but I feel like it just... I don't really want to do the math on what I can and cannot block. Okay, this seems fine. So they're just going to cast Resto now and blink Recruiter. 1, 2, 3, 4. They take 6 and go to 1. That seems fine. Honestly, I'm just seeing more of their deck with this line. Okay, they do grab Palace Jailer, so that's something. We have Mother of Runes to protect against that. Okay. The old Palace Jailer concede strategy. You love to see it. Alright, they're playing a creature deck. Ophiomancer seems great here. They have a lot of flyers, though. Power Word Kill is, I guess, fine. Siege Gang also seems good. My whole deck just seems good. Siege Gang Goblin Rabblemaster is a combo. Maybe I want to get rid of Assassin's Trophy. Even Death. The problem is if they exile him, he just stays dead. So he's not even that great in this matchup. But I think Ophiomancer is better than Trophy. And then I just have like a bajillion removal spells. Part of me wants to bring in Siege Gang instead of Shriekmaw. But I think Shriekmaw is very good too. Well, I'll keep this hand. This is straight up constructed Jund with horrendous mana. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. It's just Ragavan. This was gonna be a fun game, and then I drew Ragavan. Okay, they do have Thalia to block, so we have to wait a turn to kill it. So I guess that's good for them. We get to go Dark Confidant. If he wasn't so stupid expensive, I could play it in Legacy. Agreeing with my opponent that he is definitely fun when he's on your side of the board. But it's just turn 1 Ragavan is so hard to beat. Their draw looks good against it though. Here comes the Wingmare, so we're gonna be drawing some stuff. They could even attack with Thalia if they want. Okay, we can. I think I'm just gonna Seasoned Pyromancer away some lands. I don't think I have any double black cards in my deck. I do have some double red. Let's go Taiga. And I can't cast anything, so let's play the Pyromancer. Discarding Overgrown Tomb Mountain. Alright, seems good. No attacks. Alright, we need to kill Mom, so this is going to be a long process of killing creatures. And adversary without kicker. Okay, so we're taking damage in the air. We get to spend like 500 mana to kill Mother of Runes. Play Bloodstained Mire. Grabbing Badlands. 4 mana to Power Word kill Mother of Runes. No attacks. I'm kind of dying here, like this is not over. Although once I Lightning Strike the Vryn Wingmare, I'll be in much better shape. Yikes, alright. They take that, they become the Monarch. They don't attack. Understandable. We draw a mountain. So we get to go... Ugh. They have 3 cards in hand. Actually, hang on. I can Lightning Strike Thalia and then force them to make some really bad blocks. That feels fairly reasonable. That makes sense why they didn't attack. Swing out. Try and get the Monarch. Then if Ring Wingmare blocks, then I can Inquisition. Okay, so it's just that versus the world. We can make Seasoned Pyromancer tokens end of turn. We can cast Chandra, we can cast Ophiomancer. There's a lot of stuff we can do. Okay, here comes Recruiter. Hopefully for something we can Inquisition. So we could just go like Goblin Rabblemaster plus Inquisition. Oh, never mind. That was a good target. They draw. So now we're gonna go Inquisition into Ophiomancer. Selfless Spirit, Mana Tithe. Alright, I'm glad I know about Mana Tithe. Also, their hand is loaded. Baneslayer, Gideon. I'm going to take this Spirit. They're not really going to be able to hold up Mana Tithe for the next few turns, so we're going to do that. Play Rabbleman. I think I might be losing this deck, this game, though. Their hand is very good, and she does 4 damage. I don't have a good way to deal with a Baneslayer. Okay, they're cracking a clue. Good news for me. Hit me for 2. I could swing with both, but then they can block with Mishra's Factory. Now they cannot. Actually, that Strip Mine is going to be pretty devastating. And we know they have Mana Tithe in hand as well, so we need to look out for that. So we can go like... We can leave them with Vryn Wingmare. I can pre-combat a Rabbleman. Yeah, I think I like this. Pre-combat Rabbleman swing out, that kind of just forces them to block something, and I actually guaranteed get the Monarch here. We do that, we play Strip Mine. Make a Goblin. So they can double block my Ophiomancer. I think that's a fine trade. Because I get to keep the Goblin. That also works. Oh, they had Condemn? Well, that actually really, really hurts. Yeah, I should have just Strip Mined them pre-combat. This doesn't happen. That's awkward. We're still going to Strip Mine them because we know their hand, but that feels really bad. But next turn we can play Chandra, kill a blocker, and just guarantee we get the Monarch back. I know their hand is like Gideon, Mana Tithe, the Baneslayer Angel at the least. That is disgusting. Wow. Yeah, they've drawn well. I also just messed it up. I should have the Monarch at this point. But Chandra costing more is going to make this much harder to win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can Thought Seize. Costs 2 more, right? So she costs 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I draw another land, I can play her. I don't know how I'm winning this. But I guess it involves making Seasoned Pyromancer tokens. And trading off Rabblemaster. Because I need to protect my life total too. Like, everything's in danger, basically. I can't cast Thoughtseize because then I can't make Seasoned Pyromancer tokens. The biggest problem is even if I draw a land, they're just going to have Mana Tithe. Okay, this attack is interesting. Flicker... Oh. Okay, so they drew Flicker Wisp to blink the Thraben as a blocker. And then they're holding up Mana Tithe to protect against Chandra. That makes some amount of sense. Make some tokens. Of course I draw the land. Alright. I don't even know if it's possible for me to win this. I can't, like, cast Chandra into Mana Tithe. Thoughtseize them and see more about their hand. I'm, like, so unbelievably dead. Oh, man. I guess I take Gideon because I don't really have an easy way to deal with that. Am I dead on board? Pretty much. And I could have gone for like swing with both the elementals, and you're like, well, it forces them to lose the Flicker Wisp, but they could just take it. So I think we're definitely bringing in Siege Gang Commander. I'm also just like straight up dead. Here comes Baneslayer. And Figure of Destiny. Yeah, that was an insane draw from them. Incinerate. No, we are dead. Okay, sideboarding. I think I like the Siege Gang. I like the Shriekmaw as well. I like Ophiomancer, Seasoned Pyro. I think we're gonna get rid of the Power Word Kill. It's just a little bit slow. Hymn to Torok also against our red deck. Do I want that? Yes. Alright, let's go first. Let's win this one. Yeah. This hand is very weak to Thalia. I wonder how different that game would be if I had strip mined properly. I don't think it would have been too much different. They keep 7 after thinking about it, so that tells me it's probably a sketchy hand. I don't have Ragavan. Ooh, I get to kill Mom. That's great. Finally. I don't know what to say. They just said go away, turn 1 monkey. Ooh, Shriekmaw's good too. I feel like I kind of like Shriekmaw more than Angrath's Rampage here. Although, actually no, I like Rampage because Shriekmaw can deal with Thalia if they play it next turn, which is going to be a big problem for me. Pass turn. This has been great Magic. If I could play... Oh, they have Rishadan Port? Oh my gosh. No, God. Oh boy. Alright, we got max punished for basically every decision we made. Please be a land. Right, if we Shriekmaw the Mom, we can Rampage the Vanguard. Now we're in trouble. Although Ophiomancer does a good job of blocking the Vanguard. If we can hit a land here. Okay, well, not casting that. And now I'm missing land drops. And now they Rishadan Port me. And this is where red decks are pretty good. Or white decks, I mean. So we're going to keep Abbott in play. I'm going to take the 3. Because I want to use Abbott to protect a Planeswalker if I happen to resolve one. Here comes Figure plus Rishadan Port. Yikes. Alright, we do get to kill this guy. And we do draw a land. That's good news. And I'm not blocking, so I'm attacking. Wow, they have it all. Oh, geez. Yeah, this is just the nuts white deck. And Double Strike. So we can Shriekmaw the Silver Blade. I mean, that's kind of just necessary. I need to draw a land, though. They took... They know how to play this game. Land... Okay. It is a land. What do I do now? Because I kind of want to maximize my chances of hitting spells here. I have 9, right? Because they can Rishadan Port me next turn. We hit the land. I can play Ophiomancer, and then I have to, like, chump with Abbott and the token. But then I still have Ophiomancer, then I can kill Silverblade. Alright, I think I like that. The only reason for doing this is because afterwards they can, like, Rishadan Port Manitize me out of the game. So even though Shriekmawing them this turn would be better, I'm thinking about the turn after and the turn after, right? I Shriekmaw them this turn, and then they just Adanto Vanguard keep attacking me, Rishadan Port me, and I can't cast any spells. Well, that backfired. Wow, their deck is very good. This is why when I say mono white is good, I mean it. It's very good. I'm also like kind of dead here. So they're gonna Rishadan Port me. What happens if I double block like this? They sacrifice Selfless Spirit and trade with Silverblade Paladin. I take 6 damage and go to 3. Then I Shriekmaw their Selfless Spirit, chump block a Adanto Vanguard with the Snake. Otherwise, I can block like this. Take no damage. But then I Shriekmaw the Selfless Spirit, and then I have to make a bad block next turn. So I think actually this play is better. Although, I guess I'm supposed to chump block with the Snake right now to prevent the most damage. Yeah, actually that was the biggest mistake. Put the Snake on Adanto Vanguard now. That buys me 2 turns worth of time instead of 1. Yeah, okay, so they do that. That's fine. Then they're going to port me. Tap my red. Don't have anything to do with it. Think I'm dying here. Evoke Shriekmaw. Yeah, it was a combination of, like, improper sequencing, right? I would have been able to kill Mom, kill Vanguard and their whole sequence would have been off. So it was a combination of that, but then also one misplay, I think, which was not blocking with a snake last turn. I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, GG's. But regardless, a fun opponent to play against. They had the dream mono white. I keep telling people mono white is good. Finally, nice to see. Lost to the mirror. Seems about. Or that's pretty much all that beats mono white. It's just finally nice to see people taking my advice and playing a really, really good Magic deck. See you guys next round. Oh, right, we're playing against Backle Frankie. I don't know what that means, but so everyone go have fun. And we're gonna go first. Really good with this deck because we have. I mean, I'm going to keep this hand because we have Strip Mine plus Inquisition, and we have a lot of good draws. Dark Confidant and Ragavan being the two most important ones. But we get to see what's going on. Oh wow, that is the hand. That is a hand of Magic cards to keep, I suppose. Oh man, and we even get to kill their Creeping Tar Pit. Yeah, let's just do that now. So their hand is all lands and a Treasure Cruise. And I just need to draw action. Dark Confidant. If I lose to this, I'm going to be so sad. So we're fetching to thin our deck. And I'm going to grab a Badlands or the tapped one, Blood Crypt. Oh my gosh. It's going to happen. We're going to lose to this deck. I'm feeling it. They go Swamp. Okay. I guess we'll get double green here. I don't have any plays either. And this is kind of the risk of the hand that I kept. But it felt proactive enough. I just needed to draw something. Vraska. Alright, we can kill that with Ingress Rampage. And they're probably not going to sacrifice a land. So it's a clean 1-for-1. This is insane though. I'm going to stop at 5. We're just going to Haunted Ridge, black-red. Target player sacrifices a Planeswalker. My curve stops at 5, so I think I keep these lands in hand for Seasoned Pyromancer. Although, I guess we'll see. Lumbering Fault is also a problem. That casts... oh my gosh! That casts Treasure Cruise. So, I think I kept a 4-lander and drew 4 lands. I guess it's not the worst. But, we need something to go right here. Alright. I'm just holding these swamps in hand. And Grist, I can kill, I guess, with a kicked Burst Lightning. They mill Ancient Tomb. Bulky is fine. I guess now I just kill Grist. 3, 4, 5. The Volky hits a creature, but I don't have any. And I can Fatal Push the Volky, but I kind of want to draw like a Glorybringer or something. Incinerate. Okay. Pass turn or play a land. I think it literally is just Seasoned Pyromancer, but I don't want to like have to discard spells, right? So I guess I pass turn here. So let's Fatal Push the Valky. Take 1. Reanimate Grist. Fair enough. That's a problem. I can't Incinerate in response to anything. And a Pack Rat. Alright, well I can deal with the Pack Rat at least. So let's Incinerate the Pack Rat. Or let's Power Word kill the Pack Rat, I guess. No, let's Incinerate. Because they could play like a... actually, let's do this. They know about this one. They might make a rat token in response, and then we just kill the rat token with Incinerate. Now we kill this rat. We top deck Glorybringer. A little bit late to the party, my friend. A little bit late. I'm just going to play all my spells now. I've used all my removal, so now Seasoned Pyromancer, you just want to have an empty hand with it. Okay. Alright, well Glorybringer wouldn't have worked, but now it will. They make an insect, take a bunch of damage, and I mean, we've both drawn like half of our deck. Mine is just, I drew the only reactive half. The problem is, now they have a Grist and a Leovold. Okay. Here's where I draw my Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay. Chandra's going to die. Yeah, this is all... if I had drawn these in different order, it'd be fine, but we're like very dead here. We have to kill Leovold to make Seasoned Pyromancer a live draw. They're doing my deck, but better. I don't like this. They discard him to Torog. They have Garruk. They have Grist. I don't think there's a card I can draw to get out of this. I mean, maybe like Seasoned Pyromancer into... I already used Angrath's Rampage, didn't I? Yeah, the fact that this can just kill Planeswalkers is pretty brutal. Alright, we're gonna move on to game 2. Siege Gang comes in. This feels like a pretty good Ebon-Death Dracolich matchup, actually. Shriekmaw I don't like. And Power Word Kill is a little bit too reactive. I like Burn because I can hit Planeswalkers with it, but the rest I'm okay with. Oh yeah, we hit Layla. Layla could have actually gotten us out of that. But sometimes in Magic you're at the mercy of the top of your deck, and sometimes it is very not kind. They also have Oko. Do I have anything to beat Oko? Not really. Oh, I don't like Fatal Push against this opponent. Let's bring in Ophiomancer instead. Or Vortex? No, I think I'll keep it the same. I could bring in Wheel of Misfortune, but it's so weird. Like, if they have Oko in play and I try and Wheel of Misfortune, it's just so bad. Actually, let's bring in Vortex. I'm feeling like a Vortex matchup here. Their deck is very slow. Grist can't answer this. Liliana can't answer this. Oko can't gain life. Alright, let's do this. We're on the play. We are the aggressor. Here's the Ebon-Death. And I don't even have black mana to cast it. I need a better hand. This hand is fine. We're going to keep this, and we're going to bottom a mountain. Then we lead on Haunted Ridge. Hopefully draw Dark Confidant. Although Dark Confidant Sulfuric Vortex is not the best. They have birds? Oh, gosh. Okay, I have Assassin's Trophy. I'm not going to trophy the birds because that doesn't make sense. But if they play like an Oko or whatever turn 2 Planeswalker they might have, I can kill that. Yeah, like that one. I guess I'm discarding Glorybringer. As good as he is in the matchup, I only have 3 lands in hand. Hey, they discarded a trophy. Alright, well, let's kill Liliana. Oh, this enters untapped? Oh, that's a problem. It's supposed to do that at end of turn. Here comes Duretti. I can Thoughtseize, but I think getting down Duretti so I can kill their Birds of Paradise is more important. The problem is, like, Duretti is like Grist in terms of how he plays out a lot of the time. Grist can kill Planeswalkers, though, and Duretti cannot. Same with Vraska. Yep. I'm just super dying to this. There's a lot of good top decks I could have. Also, the old templating on Sulfuric Vortex would work really well in this position, but we are not there. Court of Bounty and Walking Ballista. I guess I take Walking Ballista. I just play Sulfuric Vortex because I am the aggressor here. Losing that Glorybringer was brutal. But if I have quite a few haste creatures, so if I draw any of those, I can take the Monarch if they cast Court of Bounty. Of course, they drew Creeping Tar Pit. Ugh! This is a really frustrating league. Like, nobody's been mean or anything, it's just my draws have been horrendous. And like, yeah, if they want to... They drew Garrick... Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're dead. Oh boy. Their draw for the turn was Creeping Tar Pit Garrick. What can I even draw here? Layla? Strip Mine? It would have been good. Would have been good. So now Garrick can just make wolves big enough to block Layla if I attack with her. Okay, I mean, I like to see them sacrificing a bunch of lands. Oh, they drew Pack Rat. Alright, we are dead. We are dead. Alright, see you guys round 3. Maybe this deck is bad. I don't actually know. Let's find out. Alright, we're playing against Chubby Amy. We're going to keep this hand. I think the thing that my deck is a bit too reactive. I think that's what I'm noticing, right? Like, with this hand, if they kill my Habit, my deck doesn't do anything. And like, I could draw Planeswalkers and, you know, maybe that gets better, but do I braid their Signet? I think I do. I just have a bunch of removals, so... but yeah, like, I can kill their stuff. I don't have any proactive plays. I need, like... to draw Planeswalkers more frequently. I needed Grist and things like that. Like, I've drawn poorly, but at the same time, it's like you need to have a deck that does things. I can't Fatal Push, so I guess we're just going to Lightning Strike here. But I don't know. We'll see how it matches up against this opponent. Ooh, Library would absolutely destroy me. So, things my deck is weak to. Storm, Planeswalkers, Library, flooding. Yeah, maybe it's not the best. I'm actually going to wait a turn to play Abbot because I want to be able to hit a 3-drop. Here comes Gideon. Yeah, we can kill Gideon with Engrass Rampage. I'm okay with that. Here comes Carrick that I can't cast. So we're going to go Abbot of Carol Keep. There's the green. Play that. Then we Rampage, black-red. You sacrifice a Planeswalker. I don't know. This feels okay. I guess maybe we needed a bit more card draw or something. I'm actually okay with Teferi bouncing Abbot. So let's play Abbot, play Mountain, play Garrick. Not playing around Daze or Mana Tithe because Remand exists. Okay, so now they have to deal with Abbot, they have to deal with Garrick, and I should be drawing into more action. Spellseeker for Time Walk. Or just like Counterspell, I guess, would work. Ancestral Recall? Alright. That's gonna turn back on Library. Yikes. Yeah, I guess that's the other thing. We don't have any power. Okay, I can deal with that so far. Garrett can kill the Spellseeker and Power Word Kill can kill the Solemn. We are flooding out. I mean, that's the other thing. I think I have flooded somewhat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But that's not too much over what you would expect drawing this many lands. So, like, it's not like a ridiculous flood or anything. Garrick deals 3 damage to Spellseeker. Or do I just want to make wolves, actually? Maybe I just want to make wolves. Oh, I cannot Power Word Kill at instant speed. Okay, that's good to know. I think I want to make some wolves. And then I can force a chump on Solemn by just Power Word Killing the Spellseeker. Yeah, we'll do that. And I want to fetch. So let's kill this. Or I guess I want to kill the bigger one and then force the chump with Spellseeker. Yeah, I don't want to give them the choice to whether or not Solemn dies. Because he trades for my wolves, whereas this does not. Attack Teferi. Play Bloodstained Mire, pass turn. And I think just having more creatures in play is better for me. Ooh, okay. Council Judgment, eating Garrick. That's unfortunate. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. I'm actually gonna like fetch and fail to find, I think. The fact that I have to discard a card is ridiculous, but I can kill one of their lands. Yeah, I think I do want to strip mine them. I don't have anything to do with big mana. 2 cards to keep. Badlands Fatal Push. Alright, Teferi is really gonna do some bad stuff. Land. Okay, you know what? Chandra is fine. Let's go land. Chandra. Yikes. Okay. Not really working out so well. I think that this is the problem with Jund type strategies in Vintage Cube is creature removal just isn't that useful. And I think this is particularly just a problem with Planeswalkers in general, is they're not interactive. I have this Fatal Push in my hand, but I can't do anything to this Teferi. The only way to combat Planeswalkers is with other Planeswalkers or spells. I think I can kill their Teferi. But I think, honestly, at this point, I might be better off drawing a card first. Back a Mountain. There's our Glurbringer. Yeah, because now I can't even kill Teferi with Glurbringer. Okay, so they don't bounce anything. They could have bounced their Mox Jet and gotten an extra mana. They don't do anything. Alright. Trophy's alright too. Let's play Glurbringer. I guess I want to play around Snapcaster Cryptic. Nah. Just play this, see what happens. Okay, that just resolves. Back to Teferi. That resolved very quickly. Let's sacrifice a land, because that's the most expensive spell in my deck now. Pyromancer's good. Okay. We are back on top of it, I guess. I don't know what's in their hand, but they have nothing. Wild. Incinerate. Alright, let's attack for 4 and see what happens. I have no idea what's going on. Play the Pyromancer discarding Trophy Fatal Push? They just F6'd? What is going on? Strip mine? Sure. Kill their library? Uptake Vraska? Sacrifice a land? I've Burst Lightning Incinerate. I can ultimate Vraska and kill them. This game got really weird very quickly. They've drawn like their whole deck and they're not doing a single thing. Okay, they do have Petty Theft for Vraska. They play the Brazen Borrower pre-combat into a known Glorybringer. Alright, incinerate their face. This is so weird. Let's go Mountain, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I want to Vraska into stuff, so let's Glorybringer attack, because Burst Lightning is lethal. Burst Lightning you? Okay, I don't know what's going on there, but we need Sulfuric Vortex. They didn't have too much. I guess Wheel of Misfortune might actually be fine here. Siege Gang Commander. Shriekmaw is kind of medium. I kind of like Ebon Death because it just attacks really well. It's a good way to like snipe planeswalkers. Fatal Push felt pretty bad. Power Word Kill felt pretty bad. I don't like the removal that only hits creatures, which is kind of why I didn't want Shriekmaw. I guess I don't want Wheel of Misfortune. It's pretty bad. And the rest, a Braid is fine. I think we run it like this. I don't think this deck is horrendous. I think I need like more consistent mana sources, and I have not drawn Layla. I think hands where I draw Layla get a lot better than hands where I don't draw Layla. We're not keeping this hand. Honestly, I'm going to keep this hand. I'm going to get rid of Vortex or Braid. I think Vortex. If I draw a single red source, we're just in business. I can completely disrupt their hand. If I draw a black source, I'm good. Basically any land and I'm in business. Because I don't have a single non-basic... I don't have a basic forest. Please just be bad lands. That's all I ask. Habit of Carol Keep. Alright, let's lead with Inquisition because I want to hit cheap stuff with this. Mana Leak is pretty problematic, so I guess I take that. Their hand is pretty weak right now, though. Then I can take Vindicate land. Sure. I can't do anything with the mana anyway. Let's Thoughtseize them again. Like this is what I want my deck to be doing. Brazen Borrower to Fairy Vindicate. I guess I take Vindicate because I don't want them hitting my land, and then we strip mine their island. And then, I mean, ideally I would be drawing lands in this position, but this is the disruption element. My deck needs to be able to finish on it. Okay, Mountain. So I guess I just force them to Borrower my Ragavan, which is fine because I could just dash him next turn. They drew Ancestral? Come on. Yikes. Alright, well if I draw a black source, I can go Ragavan into Hymn to Torok. Wow, they drew quite well. So did I, though. So did I. Hymn to Torok. They drew. They have Time Walk as well. All right, here comes Teferi, I guess. Wow, their deck is insane. What were they doing last game? I have no idea. Here comes Teferi. So their hand is one unknown card, and they don't seem to care about Ragavan. So let's attack them with Ragavan. They kill him. That makes sense. Now we play this dude. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. All right. Maximum punished. That was my only answer to Teferi. Oh, that sucks. All right. They only have 2 cards in hand. Yeah, this whole league has been kind of cursed. Yeah, then we draw... Alright, let's attack Teferi with Abbot of Carol Keep. See what happens there. Let's abrade their signet. Trigger Prowess. Teferi takes 3. We play a land, pass turn. Here comes Solemn. So if we have like a kill spell for Solemn, we can really damage Teferi. Kicked Burst Lightning actually just kills him. Do I want to fetch? Yeah, I think I do. The only reason for keeping Bloodstained Mire is for a Fatal Push. So I have black, black, red, red, red. I think I just get Blood Crypt. Assassin's Trophy works. Alright, let's do that. Green, red, green, black. Kill that dude. Resolved. Do I attack with Abbot? I don't think so. I want Abbot to protect Planeswalkers if I draw one. Or to block at this position. I don't like giving them a card draw, but I need to not take so much damage every turn. Oof. They're portenting me? Yeah, that's gross. If they make me shuffle, that's gonna be so sad, because they only need like 2 lands here. Although I guess shuffle is the best case scenario. Yeah, this is a really, really messed up Magic card. They did not shuffle. Alright, what are we drawing? Freebooter. Stormcaller. Wow, their deck is... How did I win last game? Why didn't they Stormcaller into Portent? I don't know what's happening. Play the land. So I'm just dead here, I think. They get balance? Sure. Well, my draws were not going to be good anyway, regardless of whether they portented me or not. Yeah, I think maybe like my only chance of winning here is Strip Mine plus Crucible. No, I think we're okay. Yeah, I think I just need... I mean, I pretty much have to draw Dark Confidant and have him survive, which is a lot to ask. I think this deck really struggles. Constructed Jund gets 4 copies of Dark Confidant, 4 copies of Seasoned Pyromancer. We don't, and I think that is the reason why we're losing. Well, and hands like these. What is... Ah! Help. Help! I have to keep this hand. It has all of the things I would want. I just need a land. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of Burst Lightning, and we just have to draw running lands. I think that's my one shot at winning this. This hand is good if I draw running lands, and I have Dark Confidant to like start doing stuff. I want to specify untapped lands. Okay. Okay. Come on, deck. No. Okay. I mean, we have Duretti at the ready. Next turn we can Abbot into a land. I mean, we're just going to naturally draw mana for Chandra, but Duretti's not even that good in this matchup because he can't interact with Planeswalkers. Alright, play Abbot. Hit a land, please. Oh, mana leak, sure. Uptake Duretti. Play land, pass turn. If we can get some artifact into the... If they play Solemn, I can get triple Solemn, I guess. Here comes Teferi or Gideon. Either one would be bad. Gideon is less bad because he doesn't draw cards. And Duretti can just block Gideon every turn. Mountain. Okay, you know what? Ebon Death. Get in there, my friendo. Let's uptick. Make a 5-2. And I don't want them to be able to like... Well, actually. They already used Mana Leak. They can't really Cryptic. I think we flash in Ebon Death. They won't know what hit them. This is the attack. This is the long-term win condition we have. Ugh, okay. Ancestral hurts. That's going to be tough to beat. But we have Duretti? I don't know. He does something. I think our only hope to winning this is our opponent making misplays. Because they've shown some loose play, like Seagate Stormcaller after Portent and things like that. Because they have Time Walk. Like, yeah, like all of this stuff. I can actually kill Teferi, though. Okay, let's flash this in. Oh no, I can't because of Gideon. Wow, they did really well to uptick Gideon there. Who plays around Ebon Death? Okay, here comes Chandra. So let's play Chandra. Please don't have a counter spell. Okay, we can uptick Chandra. No. Alright, I mean, Vraska wasn't like the best. Actually, she would have been really good with Duretti. I guess they could have a Brazen Borrower, so let's uptick Duretti here too. Then we attack Gideon. We're in like quite a bit of trouble, and our draws have just been in weird orders. So they uptick Teferi. They can uptick Gideon, they can downtick Gideon. Okay, they just let him be. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this... Yeah. I don't think Jund is viable in Vintage Cube, unless you're aggressive. This is why people skew towards blue, right? Like, I drafted pretty much all the good cards in my colors. The problem is, my opponent, just by being in blue, gets access to Fractured Identity, Mana Leak, Ancestral Recall, Time Walk. And those are just not cards that my deck is prepared to beat. So let's look at the deck again. I mean, this deck had a lot of great cards. Ragavan, Seasoned Pyromancer, Layla, Garruk, Chandra. But none of those are even come close to matching the level of Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, Fractured Identity, and things like that. So My takeaway from this is, I think this deck was fine. It was just way too reactive. If you're trying to build a non-blue based deck, you have to have an answer for Planeswalkers. I think Power Word Kill is just not good. Thoughtseize Fatal Push Him to Torok were great. I liked those. Dark Confidant was good. Rampage was good. Ragavan was good. Like, all the cards were good on their own, but I needed some type of way to gain momentum or creatures, or some type of card advantage that you just don't get in these colors very easily. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. If you made it this far into the video, you're clearly enjoying the content. So if you want to help support me being able to make more content, there's 2 ways to do it. The first is free and very easy. Just following me on Instagram. You get, to see cool stuff like this cat made out of trees or this dog that's an island. Some very interesting or trippy videos like this one, which it's not for everybody. The other one is just going to my store. I sell art like the ones I've shown. So there's a lot of cool stuff there. You can shop the collections and see things like this. I'm selling t-shirts, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you.